Ooh, Zorua. Ooh, it's level 27 as well. I'll take that. Yeah, level 27. I'll take that. At least it's not like my Pixelmon where I only could use dark types kind of thing. I'll take a Zorua. Nope. Stay in. Nope. Stay in. There you go. We got a Zorua. Nice. Should have gotten experience. I think I have that mod still enabled. Or is it not like turned on the server? Maybe. Should be. Maybe it just doesn't display it on the thing. Oh, maybe I have to be in battle for it to work. That might be it too. Maybe you have to be in battle when you capture the Pokemon. Then it gives you the experience in battle. Or the capture experience. That would make a lot more sense. Anyway. See, even just like the stamina meter, though, doesn't really seem like it does much. Like, this is sprinting. This is normal speed. This is sprinting. This is normal speed. Like, I don't get that at all. And I changed the sprint speed, or I changed like the normal speed by 10. So it should be faster. Unless lower the number means fast. But that doesn't make any sense to me. Because I think Corviknight had like worse stats compared to like Staraptor, but yet Corviknight I find is so slow. Like even now, like this just feels so sluggish. Like, you know what, like the best thing I could do is go with Elytra and just rocket boost. Like that's literally what it is. Like some Pokemon should be faster than me doing that. And that's the funny thing, is that none of them do. Don't I have the thing that tells me how fast I'm going? Like in terms of like how fast I'm going, like comparably? No, I don't have that. I thought I did. I thought I had that enabled. Oh, I probably do on my laptop. That's probably what it is. I probably have a setting on my laptop that allows me to do that. There's nothing over here. I would see this biome probably changing the wood maybe to pale oak, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy enough to think that it might be a pale oak. Well, I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing over here. Let's go over here then. Like another thing I was thinking of was just having like a floating giant base kind of thing. I already have one that I was already thinking of building until I found out that somebody else built it, and I'm just like, well, I was like, do I want to just use their version and then just change some of the blocks that they're using, or do I want to just build my own? I was originally going to build it for Pixelmon, And then I changed my idea midway through because I figured that that base would be too small for what I'm going to be doing with it. So then I changed my idea to be more of like a tower instead of like a, I don't want to call it a military base, but it's like a military base kind of thing. Like instead of like having like an aircraft hangar kind of deal, I was going to do something different. It was going to be based off of a game, but it was going to be like a video game structure, but I thought it would look really cool. And then I was playing around with it and I was trying to get like, I was trying to find like a different way of like building it. Then there was like, then I found a GIF of the building and I was like, hey, that would be pretty cool to build. And it gives me like a decent area. And then it kept spitting way too fast. So I was like, is there a way to slow it down? Then there was like a one website that's like, oh, you can take a GIF of whatever you want and I'll turn it into like an actual Minecraft structure. And I was like, oh, that would be perfect. That would give me an idea of like what to put for it. Right? Then it gives me like nothing. Tells me like it gave me like a pixel art of the first like slide kind of thing. And then it's like, there you go. That's what you wanted, right? It's like, no. I thought you were gonna make a 3D structure of it. It's like, oh, no, we're making a pixel art of what you just gave us. It's like, now what's the point of having a GIF then, or GIF or whatever you want to call it, if you're not going to be using it properly? So I got really angry. So yeah, so what I might do is I might just like take the Sancturia base, not the whole base, but like I call the bottom part that's not the island as the base, and then I call the top part as like the island itself. So I'll grab the base, shrink it to something that makes sense for that relative size. I should still have it in 1.12, so I should be able to do it within MC Edit. So I should be able to maneuver around with it there. But yeah. Another floating island, it's all purple and pink. Well, purplish. It's a tiny island. Yeah. Like I like the base I'm doing here, like the whole like floating Professor Oak's lab kind of thing, or it's on a raft. That looks pretty cool. The only thing is that like I probably wouldn't make it one structure block length. I would probably make it two. But like if we have our own custom dimension, I can make it a big freaking raft. Like I can make it like 32 structure blocks terms of length. And nobody can tell me I can't do that. Because it's within my own dimension, so who cares? I did it again. I'm doing Power World button presses instead of Cobblemon button presses. Cool, there's a mine shaft under here. That's all it does. That just reveals to me there's a mine shaft under here. Oh, there's a Pokemon Center right there, too. Cool. I did it again. But another thing that I can do as well, and I'm debating on if I should do it or not, is I can just make like a floating village. Like that's on a raft. Ew, no. You got garbage that I don't want. Anyway. Ooh, we got a woodland one. Kind of wish I had more EXP shares. But yeah. I literally can't wait until we can actually do the whole dimension thing. It's going to be awesome. I can't do it on this version because a lot of the settings require 1.21. I'm not even joking. It does actually require 1.21 as the base. 1.21.4, not nearly as much. I think I had to do some corrections that only work in 1.21.4, but that's beside the point. Like, that's not the reason why this server hasn't been updated to 1.21 at all. It's just because of the gym mod, and I think it's the gym, and I think it's mostly just the trainers. I don't even think it's the gym. But yeah, but those two mods, and I think there might have been another one, I'm not quite sure. Technically, the data pack also isn't updated. But I think somebody updated that data pack for them, and all they did was they just made it compatible with the current version. Honestly, that's all I want. Is just to say, hey, you can now use our mod in the next version. That's it. It doesn't need to be like something like, oh, hey, we updated to the next version. By the way, you can also now create like sleeping bags or whatever. It's like, no, like the first update you should do when a new version's out is at least make your mod compatible with the next version of Minecraft. So at the very least, like, we can actually play with your mod in the next version. But no, they don't do that. Like, I'm sure it would be much easier if you would just do it that way. All you got to do is do like a 0.1 or whatever at the back of it or whatever, just to say, hey, this is only so that you can play the mod in this version. Because that's all you really need. And that's what I hated most about some mods, especially in like the old versions of Minecraft. They were just so slow at updating, and it's like, I understand that those people have their own life kind of thing, and so they're just updating it as fast as they possibly can, though. But if it's only as easy as for data packs where you can just switch from 52 to 51, or sorry, from 51 to 52, and then it works, why don't you just do that? You don't necessarily need to add extra things in there so that it warrants a new number. Just say, hey, instead of me going through like adding all the new stuff that I want to add, I'm just going to make it right now just so you can still play with what you have, but in a new version. But then warn people that like you don't know what can happen to those worlds. So back up your world before you update, right? So in the case of Minecraft, if you had a mod that worked in, let's say, 1.17, and it worked on that version, but then for 1.18, you didn't change anything, you just made sure your mod works with 1.18, and then you say that. But remember, in 1.18, the world generation was dramatically changed. Right? So you've got to make sure you put a disclaimer saying, hey, I don't know what's going to happen if you do update to this version. So if anything happens, don't blame me. Back up your world before you play, right? And that's typically what happens a lot with a lot of things, right? Like, a lot of people do recommend back up your world before you make any dramatic changes, though. I typically don't do that. I don't back up my my saves when I add a new mod, because if I remove that mod, that tells you like I didn't like that mod. Like, I was thinking of adding Twilight Forest to the whole Cobblemon thing, just to add like extra Minecraft like zest to the whole thing, right? And then that mod dramatically changed from what I remember. So it's like, do I want to add it or do I not want to add it? and then I chose not to add it. Sorry. They changed that area so much that I don't even think it's really required anymore. What's this? Well, it's a village, whatever it is. That's good. That's good to see. It's a village. Oh, this is interesting. Is this from Cobbletown's or is this like Cobblemon? Cobbletown's. Lentimas town. Is that even a town? Good luck finding them. What? 5 chests hidden in... Okay. So 5 chests are hidden. Uh-huh. Is there any reason to find the 5 chests? Like, is there anything, like, good in them? I found one. Yeah. It's okay, I guess. It's not my kind of good, though. Like, I would like more Pokeballs.